So this is what your final result should sound like. What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive into something slightly different than norm. We're going to dive into the world of reggae music, and we're going to make a modern day reggae groove from scratch. For the last 9 years I've been touring with a band called Morgan Heritage, and I've learned a lot of behind the scenes tips and tricks to getting my reggae songs to actually sound more authentic. And today I'm going to share some of those tips and tricks with you guys. Alright, so let's start out. The first thing we're going to do is to start with a bang, which is the piano. And today our song is going to be in E minor. The notes are going to be E minor, which is E, G, B. Then we're going to do B minor, which is B, D, F sharp. Then we're going to do A minor, which is A, C, and E. And we're going to go back to E minor. So I'm going to go ahead and get those chords in with the perfect. So now that we have our piano in, what we're going to do, we're going to quantize everything. Perfect. But we're not going to stop here. After you quantize everything and everything is lined up to the grid, you're going to turn off your snap. And then we're going to add some swing to this. But before we do that, we're going to pull back onto the bang. And then we're going to add some swing. Play around with the swing until just sits, because with reggae music you want that choppiness, but you don't want it to feel too robotic, so you want that swing feel to it, and you almost have to allow your click to feel as if it's a percussive instrument. You got to ride that click. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take the exact bang and we're going to copy it and add to a guitar. So the guitar that I'm using now is a vintage electric. To get that guitar, you go to settings, you go to sampler of course, and then in settings go to the legacy instrument, logic, guitars, electric guitars, and we're going to do the vintage electric. So it sounds like this. Doesn't sound too good, to be honest with you, but what we're going to do, we're going to copy this and bring it down, and we're going to shorten, highlight those same notes, and we're going to shorten those notes. And then we get this. So that would be your strum. Now, to get that echo, let me show you guys what I did. We're going to start over from scratch. So you go to your effects plugin, then you go to delay. Then you keep it on 1/8. You bring your color down till about 44, and then you're going to bring your wetness down till about 10, and you get, that's how you get the check. Okay, now to create space, which is all what reggae is about, we're going to pan this a little bit to the left, and we're going to put the keyboard bang a little to the right, and then now we have this. See, so what you're doing now, you're actually creating space. So the next thing we're going to do is to add some bass guitar. Okay, so to add some bass guitar, what we're going to do, we're going to go to plus, we're going to add the sampler as well. Go to settings, go to the legacy, go to logic. We look for guitars. Sorry, we go to bass, we go to electric bass, and we're going to look for reggae bass, obviously, because we're playing a reggae. So it's a good place to start. All right. Now, with recording bass, you actually want space. You don't want your your bass line's too busy. It's similar to soca music. So let's see if we could come with a simple bass line. That sounds pretty good. And we're going to do the same thing, highlight everything, and we're going to add some swing to it. Now, here's a trick. Your bass line is not supposed to feel as if it's pushing. So what I usually do is to add the track delay. So let's do some track delay, about 64. Because the bass line for reggae music is always slightly behind. It's always slightly lazy. So you don't want your reggae bass lines to be pushing, okay? Now, once you have your bass line sorted out, that automatically makes it easier for you to add your clavs and your muted guitars. So let's listen to what the muted guitar is going to be like with the bass line, because those two instruments primarily plays the exact same lines. See? So I'm gonna add some reverb to that and a little bit of delay. And then now we're gonna pan it just to create space. So everything together sounds like this. Now, since the bass line is slightly lower in terms of the delay, we're gonna duplicate this muted track again. And this time we're gonna add some distortion to that track. So we're gonna add a little bit of distortion. Go to the amps, amp designer, and we're gonna add some distortion. Let's try the rock. So this is what it sounds like. That sounds better. We're gonna bring the volume down, and then we're gonna add some reverb to that. Now, to create more space in the mix, we're going to do the same thing with the delay, but we're gonna bring it up a little quicker. So there's a contrast between the muted guitar and the distorted guitar. So it's all about creating space. Okay, so let's listen to everything as we have it. Sounds good already. Another thing you could do with the piano to get that fullness for the piano is to go to your MIDI effects and you go to chord trigger. And with the chord trigger, what you're gonna do, you're gonna add an octave interval to this. So it sounds like both hands are on the piano banging at the same time. You get this. But if it's off, then it sounds like this. See? Perfect. So everything together, we have this. Perfect. The clav, you could do the same thing. Take the reggae bass line, bring the volume down. And then with the clav, bring down how long those notes last. Now, most important, what we're gonna do now is to add some drums. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add a drum machine designer, and I prefer having individual sounds. So we're gonna add a kick. So we're gonna search for a proper kick. This is a, okay, we could use that acoustic kick. Then we need a side stick. So we search for side stick. And this is what we have. I'm gonna make some slight adjustments. Of course, it sounds a bit too loud, but it's we're gonna bring it up. There we go. Perfect, that sounds good. Then for the hi-hats, oops, we definitely need some hi-hats. So we're gonna search for hats. Let's see. See if you could add this. All right, perfect. And then we need one open hi-hat to add in. So let's see hi-hat and let's search for open. And let's see what we get. I know there's a nice acoustic one somewhere down there called. Perfect. Just adjust the volume for it. So now we got a full reggae. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna label this drums. Oops. What we're gonna do now is label this drums. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is, we all know how reggae is. If you count 1, 2, 3, your kick and your side stick will be on the 3. So we're gonna start with just the kick and the kick and the side kick. So you could hear 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We just put a little fill in there for our our side stick. Okay, now we're gonna quantize everything. Perfect, that sounds good so far. So now we're gonna add our hi-hats, open and close. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna quantize everything. But what would get those cymbals to sound a bit more authentic? Right now they sound very rigid. They don't sound real at all. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna highlight all of our cymbals. Highlight all of our cymbals. We're gonna add a little bit of swing, just a little bit of swing. And then on the third one, 2, 3, 4, we're gonna increase the volume. So tick tick tick, tick tick tick. That creates the illusion that the drummer is actually playing a bit harder. So we're gonna do that all the way to the end. And for the full thing, we got this. We gotta fix the end, so what we could do, you could just copy what we did here, take that out, you could just take that out, copy this section, and paste it here. Okay, and there we have it. There we have our drum groove. So now we could add a reggae bubble. To get our shuffle, we're gonna go to our organs. The preset that I usually use is called the reggae organ, but I'm gonna bring back all of these drawbars. Everything goes up to the top. And I learned this trick from Gramps Morgan. This is the sound that he uses for his reggae. We'll keep this last one at either 2 or 3, depending on how you want. I'll keep it at 2 today, and then I'm put my rotation at fast. Let's go. Let's record. There we go. So my organ is done, and you want to quantize this as well. Quantize this. But you want this at the same, you want this to hit the same time with the bass. So if I remember where my delay was, I'm gonna put my delay for my organ slightly off as well. Slightly off. I still think it could go back a little more. Okay, that sounds good so far. So let's add some guitar, some lead guitar. What I'm using here is, I think it's called Sunburst or Festival. If you go right, Festival. If you go into the sample, you go to Settings, Legacy, Logic. You go to Guitars, Electric Guitars. It's Festival. This one, but I just added some effects to it, and now we get this. So let's just add some guitars, play around, and see what we could come up with. Let's see what it sounds. Perfect. Maybe we could add some leads. So what I'm using for this one is, you go to same thing, Settings, Legacy, Analog. We go to Synth Leads, and we go to Analog Moog. And we create. So maybe later on we could use this as just some fillers. So for now we're gonna mute the lead guitar, and then we got something like this. Okay. We could pan this all the way to the left, to the right, sorry. Adjust the volume, and then we have something like this. now we're gonna add some Rhodes just to fill it in. Sounds good. So there you have it. If we make minor adjustments, of course, this song we could turn it into a full track, and you could create something like this. Well, thank you so much. Of course, this has been a Free Square music production tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and go to my website and get this template absolutely free. See you guys later.